Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. We're getting there slowly but surely. Here's the great news. Fall is here, creeping up towards Halloween. I know the rain may be a little frustrating this morning. Happily traded this morning for Friday night when it's going to be nice on Halloween.
Yes,
Tracy,
yes.
Thank you, Tracy.
And dry. There is nothing more miserable than trying to trick or treat
Same.
kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when it's raining, yeah, it's an umbrella and it's miserable.
And Tracy, you have like the perfect fall sweater on. You've got like the
I know.
turtleneck thing going, but short
freezing,
sleeves.
yeah. So I just,
But it's not a total.
it's all
long
working
sleeve.
this morning, yeah.
You look like a J.C. Penney ad. You know that? One of the catalogs.
I'd say a Banana
One of the
Republic,
catalogs you got in the mail back in the
I
day. You're
know.
like, look at this.
I know. We got to get you some updated catalogs.
I would like that. So we don't get them anymore. Now you can go
Do they make
online.
those anymore?
You can go online and see. Do they still send them? I just remember.
Now you look like the J.C. Penney online ad.
Yeah.
Like you do the this and you turn and you smile. You're like, yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
There we go.
You can do the Madison
Yeah,
collection.
all the time. Yeah, every morning before I get here, I go.
That's how we
I
start
wonder
our
what the
day.
traffic's like
bet
today.
he does.
Pump
All
ourselves
right.
up.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder how the traffic
Please,
is
someone
today.
take some pictures of
Please
Hayden doing
snap
this.
We don't want this to get out.
Apparently, they don't like this in our booth. They're like, please go to traffic.
You know what? Guess what? I'm about to walk over to the monitor and start turning. Get ready. You're going to get a traffic update from a J.C. Penney J. Crew model.
Just call yourself a model.
Well, only from the neck up.
Oh yeah, okay. Only from the neck up. Let's see what's happening right now. Mayflower's slow. That's what's happening. This is slowing down quite a bit. 11 miles per hour stop and go. We don't have any reports of an accident just yet in this area, so it's just moving slow. So if you're going 40 eastbound, be aware of that. It's going to slow you down. Jacksonville was a little bit slow through the construction area here. 57 southbound looks like it's starting to pick up a little bit. And of course, in Alexander and around the Outlet Mall on 30 eastbound, we see our typical slowdowns in this hour, and that's what's happening right now. And some areas it's slower than others, and this is what it looks like right now. Let me see where I pulled this up. Okay, so this is on 57 through Jacksonville. Just wanted to make sure I was telling you the right area. So you can see the brake lights there a little bit, and it's looking better though. Traffic is slowing. Doesn't look like quite as much volume right now as we had just a few minutes ago when it was much slower. Our drive times into downtown Little Rock still looking really good, starting to increase. Of course, if you're coming in from Conway because of those slowdowns in Mayflower, but Benton and Cabot, if you're coming in from there, it looks pretty good. Tracy?
All right, we do have some rain headed our way. It's holding off for central Arkansas, but we are seeing it there off to our west, and a lot of rain there on Interstate 30. So our friends in Saline County may be seeing that already. We are looking again for that rain to make its way into central Arkansas in the next couple of hours. 57 in the capital city. You can see those temperatures aren't really varying much, and they're not going to vary much as well as we're heading through the afternoon. Rain on and off throughout the day. Again, not looking for accumulation wise a ton of rain. However, we are going to continue to see it, so it is an umbrella day for sure. Only looking for a high around 60, and I'll be surprised if we actually get that far. We are looking at a midweek weather impact advisory for some gusty winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour as we're heading into tonight. And of course, we're still talking about Hurricane Melissa. This is a 7 a.m. advisory. 175 winds gusting to 215, have been as high as 241. We're making landfall any moment. So we'll know more about Hurricane Melissa and the impacts coming up soon.
All right, Tracy, thank you. We are now looking at video from throughout the day as Hurricane Melissa barrels towards Jamaica. You can see those winds whipping. Those cameras went down, now they're back up. So these are live looks this morning from Jamaica. Winds just troubling left and right. Let me correct myself really quick. This is from earlier today. These are not live pictures, but earlier today in Jamaica.
And the reason is we don't know. They kept coming and going because power is likely going out, if not here, when landfall hits today. It is expected before the storm then pushes across southeastern Cuba and the Bahamas through Wednesday, blowing winds as high as 175 miles an hour while dumping as much as 30 inches of rain.
Now, the storm has already claimed at least 3 lives in Jamaica and 4 more in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Category 5 storms carry catastrophic strength, capable of destroying homes and flattening communities.
Tourists there are stranded. Flights are canceled and residents are hunkering down to ride out the storm. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn is on the ground with the newest information.
Millions in Jamaica are bracing for monster Hurricane Melissa, bringing the threat of forceful winds, catastrophic flooding, and deadly landslides.
She's slow and she's wide, so all areas of the island are expected to feel some impact.
Jamaica's Red Cross has set up shelters around the island.
We have been disseminating drinking water, cleaning kits, hygiene kits.
Ahead of the storm, local business owners boarded up doors and windows and piled sandbags.
We are just praying for the less worst to happen.
Stranded tourists are hunkering down in hotels. That includes St. Louis hairdresser Marnice Stewart, who's riding out her first hurricane at a Montego Bay resort.
They've been giving us care packages that have like cups of noodles, tuna sandwiches. Continue to pray for Jamaica.
The strongest storm of the year is also expected to slam Cuba and parts of the Bahamas sometime between today and tomorrow. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
The National Hurricane Center is issuing a severe warning that, quote, total structural failure is possible in places within the eye wall of the storm.
Across the country, millions of families are bracing for a new impact from the government shutdown. Starting November 1st, SNAP benefits, which help feed about 40 million Americans, will be cut off. The shutdown is now the second longest in history at 28 days, with both parties pointing fingers over who's to blame. Essential workers now feeling the pressure, missing their first full paychecks today, and that is causing more flight delays nationwide. On Monday alone, more than 3,000 flights were delayed and over 100 were canceled, adding to the weekend backups. In the Senate, though, no breakthrough is expected. Democrats want extensions to health care subsidies, but Republicans holding firm.
They found $20 billion to send to the country of Argentina. We've got people saying, I don't know how I'm going to make it.
And we have voted many times, over a dozen times, collectively 13 times, to reopen the government, to keep it open and reopen it once the Democrats closed it.
Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to meet with Senate Republicans today as lawmakers weigh narrow bills to keep critical workers like air traffic controllers and military members paid.
The government shutdown is also hitting some of our state's farmers. Without access to federal credit or assistance, many say they are running out of options.
THV 11's Tamer Knight shows us how one family farm that has been operating for more than a century here in the state is now fighting for survival. Tamer?
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. Richard Ham's day starts before sunrise at his family's dairy farm in Arkadelphia. It's a routine his family has kept since 1902, milking cows every single day for more than 100 years. But now the family legacy is in jeopardy. Rising costs from fuel and feed to equipment and interest rates have now pushed the farm millions into debt and on the brink of foreclosure. Helm says there are only a handful of dairy farms left in Arkansas, and losing his would mean more than just losing land.
Well, the normal person can't comprehend how much money it takes to operate a farm. This administration didn't cause it, and the last one didn't either. It's just been something that's been snowballing. The cows, the row crop, it's just all takes lots of money.
The family milked 16 cows using equipment installed back in 1992, and those repairs come at a high price. Helm says they also have lost all of the dealers to work on their milking equipment, with the closest ones being a couple hundred miles away. Now Helm hopes lawmakers can reach a deal soon, also saying farmers like him can't afford to wait much longer. Now, despite the decline of the Helm's dairy farm, Richard Helm says quitting for him is just not an option. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Yeah, farmers, the backbone of the state of Arkansas. They do so much for us, and hopefully we can do a little for them.
Thank you, Tamer. Governor Sanders, meantime, is marking a major milestone for Arkansas's medical community while sharing a deeply personal story along the way. At the governor's mansion, Sanders honored the Arkansas Medical Society for 150 years of service, thanking doctors for their dedication to improving patient care. She spotlighted new health efforts, including $500 million in federal support for rural hospitals and $45 million to strengthen maternal health programs. Sanders also spoke candidly about her own health challenges, crediting Arkansas doctors for helping her through a difficult diagnosis.
But our family kept the faith and we persevered. And I was strengthened by the fact that I knew that we had outstanding treatment and the care that I needed I could get right here in Arkansas. Thanks to an incredible medical team.
The governor went on to commend the growing number of female leaders in her administration, calling the state's medical professionals essential partners in building a healthier Arkansas. And that push for better maternal care at Arkansas is getting another major boost. UAMS has just secured a $4 million federal grant to address maternity-related health issues and reduce deaths in Ashley and Union counties. The funding from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services will launch a new program called Heart Moms, bringing mobile clinics, prenatal care, and digital health access to rural Arkansas women beginning next year. UAMS leaders say the goal is simple: make quality maternal care available to every Arkansas mother, no matter where she lives.
Right now in Arkansas, barbershops are turning into more than spots just for a fresh haircut. They're becoming safe spaces where young people can speak freely about real-life struggles, from mental health to substance use. Razorback legend Darren McFadden joining the conversation Monday at Little Rock's Mosaic Templars Cultural Center, sharing his journey to sobriety during UAMS's Barbershop Talk series, a program focused on men's mental and physical health.
I'm very proud to accomplish the things that I have accomplished, but this fight with alcohol was a fight, man. And so being able to accomplish that right there, I'm very proud of it.
McFadden says opening up about recovery is one of his proudest moments, and he hopes barbershops continue to be places where those life-changing conversations can begin.
He's looking good, isn't he?
Looks great. DMAC, run DMC, baby.
There you go. Now let's go back to Ashley King and a check of the traffic. How is it right now, Ashley?
Well, we had one accident in Conway on 40 eastbound, and that was clear. And, I was telling you about that slowdown in Mayflower. So, yeah, that is because of an accident. We did some looking, and this is really impacting the traffic right there in that area. So let's get a closer look at what I'm talking about. So we've issued this traffic impact alert. And Tracy, I was just talking to her, and we think maybe it's because of some clouds that are moving into this area. It's just looking very, very foggy and gloomy and cloudy, and so that could impact your drive. But one lane blocked right now because of this crash on I-40. So this is around exit 136 in Mayflower. As you can see, it is moving very, very slow. And just some other slowdowns too. The North Terminal interchange, as you can see, moving a little bit slow. 57 southbound slowing down too. And then we have our usual slowdown here on 30 eastbound around Alexander up to the 430 interchange. Getting a look right now at what's happening, as you can see, it just looks very gloomy, a lot of fog. It's kind of hard to see, but you can tell that there are a lot of brake lights, and you can see those flashing emergency lights too. So that's definitely going to impact your drive in. As you can see, if you're coming from Conway, it's 46 minutes from Oak Street in Conway into downtown Little Rock. So Tracy, yeah, you think that's probably some of that rain and the clouds moving in, right?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. You can see off to the west, we've got that rain pushing in again from the west. Now, if we zoom in just a little bit, hasn't made it quite here to central Arkansas, but just taking a look around the Conway area, starting to make its way there, and so we may see some of those lower clouds, and it is dark out there. The sunrise around 7:26, so normally we have a little light that at least makes us know that daylight is coming, but those clouds are so thick out there that we're really not seeing any of that. It's a little cool out there as well. We're going to continue to see, once these rain chances get in here, they're going to stick around and linger all day long, and we are going to struggle to get to that high today. I'm really only looking for a high around 60 today, so again, not sure we're even going to get there. We'll have to wait and see. The flannel warning. So tonight around 9-10 o'clock, some winds are going to come whipping in, and we are going to have gusts upwards of 30, 40, even maybe a little bit more. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, we're going to have some rain. We're going to be dealing with that, but also this is going to be the wind chill tomorrow morning. So it is going to be very chilly and very breezy all day long. We're going to talk about that weather impact advisory and how that can impact your day Wednesday coming up in my forecast.